It says we're live.
It says we are.
Let's check the connection on the old Facebook, see what's going on. It says the Budget Savvy Bride is live, but I don't see the video. But that's probably okay because I can see you here. So I'm going to close Facebook down.
Okay.
Hopefully folks can see us. I don't know. Forgive us, guys, for getting started here. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see people's comments or not, but tune in to watch live. Oh, okay, I see. Hopefully folks can see us. Okay. So I've got the stream live on Facebook, and I do see that it's going. So let's see if we see comments coming in. Because I'm not sure how StreamYard works with like the connection. But anyway, now thanks for anybody who's happening to watch this live or maybe later on. I know it's kind of like a weird lunch hour, but hopefully we catch some folks. My phone is dinging. Unprofessional. Sorry, you guys.
It's just so busy.
Yeah. Well, for anybody who doesn't know, I am Jessica Bishop. I'm the founder of the Budget Savvy Bride, author of the Budget Savvy Wedding Planner and Organizer. Of course, I have a copy right here. Yeah. And this is my lovely Real Weddings editor, Sari, who is also my co-host for our brand new podcast, The Bouquet Toss, which just went live on Tuesday. Was that December 1st?
That's right, December 1st.
Yes. So super exciting. And it's kind of a weird hour for me. For anybody watching who doesn't know, I am actually living in the UK right now. So it's like 5 p.m. for me. So this feels very, it's like the end of my day, but your day is really just getting started in New York, huh?
Yeah. Lunchtime.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm so excited to do this and just give everyone a chance to get to know myself a little bit better, and also you, Sari, because you've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes at Budget Savvy Bride for quite a while. So now everybody gets to know you a little bit as well.
Yeah, I'm so excited. As you said, the Bouquet Toss is live. Our trailer and our first episode are up. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can pick your favorite app, but I always love to say it's on everybody's phone. You've got a native app, whether you have an iPhone or an Android. You've got either Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts. For all of you Spotify listeners, you can also listen there. And I would encourage everyone. We're just so excited about it. We want to share. So go open that native app of yours and type in the Bouquet Toss. And just gonna do it as
I'm gonna do it on my phone.
Yeah. So when you type it in, type in the Bouquet Toss, and then you'll see the lovely graphic Jessica made of a bouquet being tossed. And
yes, my handiwork with my iPad Pro.
Truly handiwork. It's amazing.
What?
Yes, show us. It's beautiful.
It's right there. I don't know if it's backwards for everybody or not. These video things. Oh, okay, cool.
Click it and then show us where you can hit subscribe.
Whoop. Well, I already subscribed.
Oh, but, already did.
But it would say a little
right
button.
There. Subscribe, and that way, once you hit subscribe, you'll know every time an episode comes out, which we'll just tell you is going to be every Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you can take a listen to, let's talk about what we're talking about on the Bouquet Toss.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because there's so many weird traditions involved in weddings. And I don't know if I ever really sat down to think about where it all came from, but some of it's pretty wacky and wild.
Yeah, I think we talked about how there's so much that goes into the wedding industry that just kind of is so ingrained in all of us. And these traditions started a long, long time ago. And though they may have changed and morphed a little bit, we just kind of accept that, things like wearing white or throwing your bouquet. These are all things that we just know happen at weddings, and we kind of assume we'll do them too. But have we taken the time to really decide do they align with our values? And you can't really know unless you dive into the histories and where they came from. And so we're dedicating each episode to unpacking a trend or a tradition within the wedding industry, and to see, like, where did it start? How has it kind of changed throughout the years? What does it mean? How can you make it work for you? What are some savvy ways to pull it off? We have so much fun every time we talk about it. We learn so much. And, it's just exciting to share it with everybody, especially somebody planning a wedding now or in the future, or even someone who just attends other people's weddings. It's so fun to think about these things and learn where they even started and why we do them.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's super fun. It's very conversational, and I think it's just really important to sit down and like think about these things and decide, does this feel authentic? Do I want to include it just because it's a tradition and it's been done this way for like a super long time? Doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it. And I know for me, and also you as well, Sari, like we've talked about, we see in the Facebook group so often, members of our Facebook group are asking like similar questions. And it always seems to be around like, is it okay if I do this? Or, I don't particularly like this sort of thing about weddings. Is it okay if I don't do it, or if I do this instead?
Right.
And like the answer is always yes. Like, do what feels good to you, do what feels right to you, what feels like an authentic representation of the relationship you have with your partner. And so I think like really digging into these different traditions and stuff really helps people look at it in a more like critical and like objective, is that the right word? Objective way.
Yeah,
um,
I think exactly what you're saying. People are always, brides and mostly are asking us like for permission,
yeah.
and they're asking their peers, they're asking everybody for permission to do what they want on their wedding, which when you put it that way seems so silly. Like, of course you should do what you want. And of course you have permission, but it really is something that a lot of couples in love feel like they need to do. And of course, you've got, people's opinions, from your family to your friends to your soon to be in-laws. And there's a lot of things to juggle. And, that's why we wanted to have a place for people to listen, to like, kind of jump into the conversation and decide what these things are. But we're going even further with that with our private community and discussing, we mentioned that people put these things in the Facebook group, but we're migrating actually over to a private community, which I would love for you to tell us more about. But it's going to be an even more supportive and specialized place for anyone to go to get that sort of support, ask those questions, maybe even sit down and discuss one of the episodes and say, like, this really got me thinking, if I'm not sure if I want to include this or not, what are you doing? And you can ask people around you. So do you want to tell us kind of like, what's the difference between the private community and the Facebook group that we have?
For sure. I think, well, there's so many differences, honestly. I mean, Facebook is great. And obviously, we've built like a really large and engaged community on Facebook. There's over 14,000 members in our Facebook group now. The community is just so incredible and supportive and kind. And we very rarely have any sort of drama or issues within our group. And I'm so thankful for that. I think everyone's really courteous and supportive. And we've really tried to cultivate that sort of community. And I think it's so helpful because, especially during times like this with the pandemic and all these like strange situations that none of us have ever dealt before, to be able to go to a place where there are other people who are going through the same things as you and get feedback and get advice for people who are going through something similar is just so amazing. But what's even more amazing about this new community platform that we are moving to is there is just so many more ways to connect, right? Because in the Facebook group, it's just a big flood of, posts like a news feed. And of course, you have all the distractions of Facebook along with it, advertisements and everything else, political ads, and your uncle who shares conspiracy theories or whatever it might be. So what I love about our private community is that it is a dedicated space for wedding planning. That is the purpose. That is the reason everyone is there. It is private. It's off social media. We have the ability to segment our conversations into different categories and threads. So you can follow the topics that are of interest to you and skip over the things that aren't. So when you look at your home feed, it's almost personalized because you can follow, if you want to see the latest deals that we're sharing, you can follow the deals. If you want to follow, bachelorette party planning, you can follow just that topic. And so it's really great because you see what you want to see and don't see what you don't want to see. Which
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, so I think that's really helpful. And also, I think because of the nature of Facebook, it's hard to segment the conversations there. And so, we like to keep the Facebook generally very productive and helpful. And sometimes it's like we try to steer away from like the personal side of things, but I totally understand the value in that. Like there's so much emotion and like, family, like you were talking about family and social, like friend group, tension questions and things like that, where it's helpful to go and ask other people who are going through similar things, like how to handle something. And so we have a dedicated space in the community for those conversations. And it is a safe space and it's private, it's off social media. So I just think it's really cool because of all of that.
Yeah, I think there's like that extra level of trust and community building that we're already experiencing there because it's away from the social media stuff and it's all people who genuinely just like really want to connect with other people. And something we see a lot in the Facebook group is the need for a lot of posters feel like they have to put like a flashy photo or something with their question because they're afraid that it'll get lost in the feed. And that's no longer even going to be something you have to think about because it won't get lost.
Right. It easily can too in the Facebook because there's so many posts happening every day.
Right.
So
It's a nonstop stream right now, but moving over.
Yeah. So it's great. And for now, the community is going to be free. So it's free to join. You don't have to pay anything. It's on an app called Mighty Network. So you can actually download an app for your iPhone or Android device. So you can access it on the go, just like you could Facebook, which is great. And you can set your notification preferences. So if you want to get like alerts and things, it's totally customizable where that's concerned, which I think is really great too.
Yeah, and there's going to be lots of giveaways and just fun things going on within the community. We're really excited. We already have seen so many generous things happen in the Facebook group, with people just like really showing up for each other. And there are people that maybe don't even know each other yet, but everyone's just in the spirit of love and weddings. And that's going to be even more so in the community, which we're just very, very excited to be able to share all of that with everyone.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, especially this year with COVID and everything. I know earlier this summer, a lot of brides in our Facebook group were gifting each other things off of each other's wedding registries. One gal, a bunch of people chipped in to help her pay for her wedding dress alterations. It was just like, it makes me want to cry. Like this community is so amazing and so supportive. And I just love seeing the way that everyone comes together and supports one another. It is just like heart melting.
Yeah, I completely agree. And beyond that, there's also some fun stuff that we will be rolling out in the new year. Do you want to talk a little bit about these courses that we're going to work on?
Yeah, so we're working through building out some courses that will live within the community as well. If you have a copy of my book, or if you don't, you should pick up a copy. It's only $7.99 on Amazon. It is the best $8 you will spend. I promise you. But so we're going to do a course to correspond with the book in case you're not a reader. If you'd rather get like that information in a video course. Like we're gonna put that together. And also we're looking at doing a DIY wedding invitation course because I don't know if you guys know this, but in my previous life I was a graphic designer. I still kind of am. I do all the graphics.
Amazing.
for Budget Savvy Bride. And so I have personally become, I know there was a thread about this in the Facebook group yesterday, a huge fan of Canva. And I know Sari also uses it for
Canva for president.
Yeah. It's just the most incredible. And it was founded by a woman in Australia, and she's just like a genius. So love Canva. And I've been working on some free printable wedding invitations that you're going to be able to customize yourself with Canva. And then if you want to do something completely custom on your own, we're going to put together a course to show you how to do that in a simple and savvy way, just from our perspective. So really excited about all of that. And of course, like Sari mentioned, we're also planning some giveaways. I really love the fact that over the last 12 years, I've been able to build great relationships with some awesome wedding brands and businesses, small and large. And so we've got things like Cricut machines that we're going to do giveaways for, which is like a DIY bride's BFF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things like maybe even like wedding dresses. We're in talks for some fun giveaways, and really we're putting a heavy focus on running these sorts of events and contests and giveaways and things like that for people in our private community, because we want to really cultivate that space and make it one of like the best places on the internet for budget wedding planning. So much exciting things to come in 2021.
Tell us how we can get into the community.
Yeah. So you can just go to thebudgetsavvybride.com/community. And I'll put, when we jump off here, I'll put links in the comments on the video for anybody who happens to catch this later. But yeah, to kick it off, to celebrate not only the community, but also the launch of the podcast, we have a giveaway that we wanted to share with everybody. So we're giving away a $100 Amazon gift card, and oh, we got a comment. I finally see one here. She says Canva is the best free app. Yes, I totally agree.
Love it.
Love Canva. Like if I could buy stock in it, I would totally invest. It is the most amazing. And I went to school for graphic design. I paid for Adobe, like thousands of dollars for Adobe for years, and I'm going to cancel my Adobe subscription now because Canva is the best. But yeah, so anyway, back to the giveaway.
Yes.
So we're doing a $100 Amazon gift card. We want you to subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, leave us a rating, let us know what you think. We want to hear your thoughts on it. If you have any ideas for topics you'd like us to cover on the podcast, we've got a big long list, but we'd love to hear what you guys want to hear us talk about. So definitely feel free to share. But to enter the giveaway, here, I just put it on the screen.
Amazing.
Go to thebudgetsavvybride.com/giveaway to find all the ways that you can enter. There's lots of different ways. And we'll be updating this throughout the month. So every week in December, obviously, and going forward, we're going to be releasing a new episode every week. So be sure to check back to listen, and also for updated ways to enter our giveaway. And we might keep this going like on a monthly basis and see how it goes. I know, is there anything else that you wanted to touch on while we're here?
Just also a reminder about the Minted giveaway.
Oh, yes. We do have another giveaway going on right now, and it ends tomorrow. So you're going to want to get your entries in for this one too. Here, I've got here, I'll put this one on as well. I'm putting it on the screen. Show. This one is giveaways-minted 2020. So it's a bit of a longer URL, but I will put these in the comments of the Facebook video after this is all over, and the YouTube one as well. So be sure to check both of those out. The Minted giveaway ends tomorrow, the 4th, I believe, in the evening is when it ends. And we'll draw a winner and announce on Monday. But it's $300 towards whatever you want from Minted. They have the most beautiful wedding stationery. If you're not a DIY bride, if you don't want to learn how to DIY your wedding invitations with Canva, Minted is amazing. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. The best quality. So definitely recommend you check it out. They also have an amazing collection of like gift items this season. Like they have really cute tote bags that would make amazing bridesmaids gifts, or, gifts for anybody in your life, really. They came out with a whole line of like beautiful tote bags and zipper pouches and like all
So cute.
sorts of cute stuff. I just love them. So I think that is kind of all we had to chat about.
Yeah.
So we can wrap it up.
So, quick recap. We are so excited. The Bouquet Toss podcast is launched. It is ready for you to listen. Episode 1 just came out on Tuesday, and it's all about the bouquet toss itself. So, you're going to learn why we have this tradition of saying, hey, single ladies, get out on the dance floor, and we throw our flowers at them. There's so much more to it. So tune in to check out. You can find it on Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find it on our website at thebudgetsavvybride.com, where you can also join the private community at budgetsavvybride.com/community. Please join us in there. We're really excited, and we want to talk about the episode with you. We want to talk about all of your questions. So hop on in. It's free. And don't forget to check the links in the comments below for the awesome giveaways that we have going on.
Yay. Isn't she so great? She's a natural because she's a performer. Tell everybody what your background is, Sari.
I'm a theater performer, so singer, dancer, actor. Studied it in college, been doing it forever.
She's amazing. You guys should hear her sing. Maybe someday we will on the podcast.
Hopefully theater comes back.
You make up for all of my awkwardness because you're just
stop it.
So good.
No.
I love it. Well, thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. And like Sari said, check the comments for all the links that we mentioned. And we look forward to getting to know you all and exploring all of these fun wedding traditions together.
Yay. All right. Thanks, Jess.
Bye.